Transform.
Make a thorough or dramatic change in the form, appearance, or character of.
Transform has many definitions.
And now we are able to set a new tone for how we transform.
This is the artist's definition of transform.
This is the Transform exhibit.
Hello, my name is Gary Oker. I am from northeastern British Columbia, Fort St. John, and I'm a member of Doiga River First Nation.
My name is David Wilson Sukanaka. I'm Okanagan. A more traditional name would be Insilkshin, but I was born in Vernon. I was raised on a nearby Okanagan Indian band.
Hello, and welcome to my studio. My name is Lucas Mocha. I'm a Czech-Canadian artist currently living and working on Vancouver Island. I'm very excited to be participating in the upcoming Transform show in LA.
Hello, my name is Micah Nelson, and I'm so honored to be a part of this exhibit.
Hi, I'm Isabella, and we're here in my downtown Los Angeles studio.
My name is Shaq Smart, aka Shakir Manners. I am an international touring muralist. I live in Los Angeles, California.
Daute, hello. My name is Chris Aguirre. I'm born and raised in El Paso, Texas, Chiricahua Apache. I've been living out in Los Angeles for over 40 years. I work in the film industry. I'm an animation artist. I'm the guy who actually created Puss in Boots for Shrek 2. Other than that, on the side, what I do is Native American art that is dear to my heart and spiritual.
Bonjour, and I'm David Thomas from Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, and I'm an Indigenous creator and designer.
Hi, my name is Judy King, and I am a 29-year-old emerging artist / curator. I'm originally from Brooklyn, New York, born and raised there, and then slowly I hopped around in different states with my mom and dad because they like to travel. I've had loads of years of experience within this realm, working with artists from Memphis, Tennessee, Atlanta, New York, Mississippi, and now here in LA. I currently live out here. I also currently got my degree in Master's in Arts Administration, and I'm super excited. It's really rewarding to me.
Hello, my name is Peggy Fontenot. I'm a member of the Potawatomi tribe of Virginia, and I'm Cherokee and Potawatomi descent. I was born and raised in Los Angeles. I'm a beadwork artist, a black and white film photographer, and an activist.
Hi everyone, my name is Evelisa, and I am an artist that was born and raised in Toronto. I am Sicilian, Italian, and I'm here in my Los Angeles studio space.
How I would describe my art is the representation of the two dualities that live within me. They're inspired by nature, by my personal experiences, by the world around me, and my Peruvian heritage.
The type of art that I do is a very conceptual portraits, talks a lot about what's happening nowadays, gender equality.
So I'm a holistic health practitioner, an educator, and also an artist. And I really enjoy sharing my work, especially with girls from the Jean Augustine Center for Young Women's Empowerment. I do a mindful art class with them. And also I've been working with university students, including Sheridan College and McGill University. I love to bring in influences from West Africa, especially Adinkra symbols. I love working with sacred geometry, and I love the tropics and beautiful landscapes as well. My work definitely speaks to my lived experiences, where I've been, and also it helps me to manifest where I want to go.
And it's so interesting, the art being kind of a universal language. I'm out there painting a mural, for the community, and, residents are walking up. Some of them don't speak English. Actually, most of them don't speak English. And they're still conversing with me, thanking me for doing art, in their city. And I'm kind of telling them who I am. And most of the children, they run up and they stare, and they really, really just are enamored by just these colors on the wall, Then after a while, they ask to participate. Can they paint? Can they draw? And it's crazy. You don't really need to speak English to kind of translate that. I was there, I was teaching them, and they were so enthused. They were so inspired.
I like to think of my studio as an alchemist laboratory with all its strange objects and vials of potions. It's like I'm transubstantiating raw matter into something new that will live a life of its own. I strive to be as free as possible in my work. There are far too many restrictions in the rest of life as it is. That being said, I am a representational artist to the extent that I wish to communicate through identifiable images. I'm not interested in working in pure abstraction, but feel that there is always an element of abstraction in my work anyway.
As far as my beadwork, for years I've made beaded earrings, treasure bags, necklaces, and what have you. But within the last 4 or 5 years, I decided to start making beaded samplers. And one of the reasons I thought about making the beaded samplers were because our ancestors who were forced to go to boarding schools learned their alphabet and their numbers through embroidery in the art form of samplers. So what I decided to do was to tell our stories through these beaded samplers.
What I value most is that I can deliver a message through my art, that it's time to transform, to evolve. One of my paintings is about a church. The painting is called Returning to the Land. It appears that the church is burning, but it's not really, just being overtaken by living trees inside. I'm just trying to pass on an art form to the next generation. I remember as a youth I was looking for identity through culture. I was looking for art. There wasn't any. There was nothing in the schools. There was nothing in the hallways. There was nothing in the library. But now I went back to the same school and taught. I went from looking for my art form to actually teaching my art form to the students. It's just my way of giving back.
When I'm painting, I feel that I'm the best version of my ancestors. I wanted to give voice to our ancestors, what they said and what they told me. And then when I understood that I could actually paint them, it made me so happy. So happiness is about expressing oneself and how and what you're going to be as we grow up. So they said that my song was ahead of me, and I went on a 50-year journey and found out that what they really meant was to be creative, to always have an open mind, that you can actually create anything your heart desires and you have your hand. So one of the things they said, make something for yourself. You have your hands. So I've used it to become an artist.
My art is all about working with individuals and couples to reflect the beauty of their journey through meaning, symbols, memories of places and spaces to create a dreamscape. I do that for others, but I also do that for myself. Art is kind of a way that I work through the feelings of space and time, the feelings of my experiences and how it connects to nature and meaning, the meaning of life, the meaning and purpose of life. So I try to, I don't necessarily have the answers to that, but I try to kind of work through that in my paintings.
What transform means to me? It means the bridging of two perspectives to ignite the evolution of culture. It means leaving those old ideas behind that don't serve us anymore. It means coming together for the sake of our future and learning how to honor and understand ourselves. It means learning about other people's differences and similarities and embracing them, while also mutually respecting and learning how to work alongside one another peacefully.
So, through the process of transformation, I have gone from honestly repressing my artistic side to fully embracing it. And in doing so, I feel like it shifted my health, my outlook on life, and just my overall vibration. So I'm all about healing through the arts and using visual art as a modality for healing.
Working in the area of Indigenous knowledge has been transformative to myself and my art. It has allowed me to see myself in a different perspective, helped me to deconstruct who I am as a designer and a creator. That includes NFTs. It's making space and using technology to build different indigenous spaces.
Here, this painting is really about transforming ourselves as artists, as community, how we are each day and morning we need to make a prayer of life to the sun. To remember our stories, to look at how we can be able to become the best version of our ancestors. So in this case, in this one, I call it the Dreaming Songs into Reality. Here I got Nachin and the drummers singing these songs, and the spirit of our ancestors guiding them and sharing their songs with them. So it's a combination of dreamers today in the physical world, singing these dreamer songs, and then ancestors sending them down. So I call this Dreaming Songs into Reality. When I was a young boy, I was told that my song was ahead of me, already on my trail of life, that all I need to do was to look.
When I initially started photographing, I took pictures of teepees and traditional homes of Native people and landscapes because they were serene and beautiful. But as time went on, I started to realize that even though I initially thought that people were a distraction to my work, that actually they made my work and they had a story to tell, and I had a story to tell for them and for myself. And so my work transformed into still fine art, yet activism and photojournalism.
Art is a transformative process. You're transforming ideas, feelings, fleeting concepts, and very ephemeral things into solid art. I really love the theme of transformation. Even the word itself, there's something so liberating and exciting about it. It's full of possibilities. It's like the same feeling I get when I approach a new canvas. I like to make my own stretchers and stretch the canvas myself, which gives me the impression of a humble craftsman at the beginning of the process. Then I get so excited at the chance to transform the canvas into a work of art. Transformation is brilliant because it's built into life everywhere in every facet. It's like Giacometti said, that he could draw the same face every day and it would come out differently, since both he and the subject have changed. So art is the capturing of a moment in the subject and object's metamorphosis.
This piece is titled Blessing. It's two spirits coming together, the eagle feather and the red-tailed hawk. And down below is the abalone shell with sage. I titled it Blessing. It's two spirits coming together. This one is pretty dear to me, to my heart, people coming together as one, in unity.
Where I am right now in my life, and how I see things, versus where I saw things then, and how I perceive certain concepts and messages, I'm not the same person. I'm transforming into a new identity. And that's how I receive the word transform, and especially in my art as well. I transform a lot within my art for years, working within the art realm for over 20 years.
My question was always, where is our art? I looked in the anthropology books that were there, covered a lot of Northwest Coast art and Inuit art, but there was no Okanagan art. Eventually found my way to the museum, and in their archive section I found a book on pictographs, and I knew that was our art. I didn't have the skills to transform them into something else. So I eventually, in my 20s, I went to Vancouver, went to school, met some artists, and I learned the West Coast art, Northwest Coast art. And through that, I was able to transform pictographs into my own particular art form.
Transformation to me is really incredible change from within, and that affects all of society and creates a better world so people can be their authentic selves.
I think the recognition of our art, recognition of us as people, recognition of us as unique sovereign nations is just part of the pathway. I think we need to have that to embrace reconciliation, where we accept each other, where we live with each other with mutual respect, where we respect each other's sovereignty, will to live, and will to get along with each other.
My feelings are, until Native people show each other respect and understand each different individual's tribal culture, then I feel that we can't seek it from the outside until we fix it on the inside.
Shout out to the gentlemen who's actually uplifting women, especially in our field, as far as like doing paint, as far as like painting graffiti and painting murals. We need more young lady graffiti artists. So if you are a gentleman, I challenge you to uplift your homegirls who do fine art, who do contemporary art.